Gonna check the chat, see if anyone is there. No, wait. Can't. Oh, really? You can hear only noise, can't see anything. Oh, that's a shame. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I did something really silly, and that was, yeah, you missed everything. Ah, yeah. To be able to see now. Oh, I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry. Okay. Hmm. Well, it's also been simultaneously broadcasted to YouTube. So what I'll do, try this again. Good evening, everyone. Take two. Right, start all over again. Single cycle waveforms are literally waveforms for single cycle. I'm going to zoom in on here. This is just a noise, elevator vent noise. This is a good example. See how in the middle of this wave it crosses up and down, and it's kind of regular. Single sample. Remember to it's enable loop and disable snap. Then bring the bars section thing really, really tight and close together. And go. So a single sample waveform cycle in there and go up. So it goes up here, down a bit, and up a bit, and then down a bit. So when it comes to repeating itself again, it's roughly there. Don't have to be accurate. Close enough. I'll turn the volume down a bit. Now, there's two things you can do to get into pitch. I'm pressing C3, but it's coming up as B flat. So we use this to reduce it down a bit and then transpose it until it's C. It doesn't matter if it's 0.3 of a cent out. You can shape it. You know, have it. Single sample cycle waveform. Keep over that. Try saying that 3 times fast. It's pretty difficult to say single sample. No. And you can make some beautiful sounds out of it. Now, you can make any part of that whatever you fancy. So that's one way to do it. Find a single sample. Yeah, a start and end that looks kind of regular. I have to wait. If I pick, ooh, the ocean would have a lot of. Why not pick the ocean? That bit. Oh, yeah, this is its stereo. Again, select the range you're interested in. This is technique 2. do it by ear. And then just shrink it until the start and end, until it is in tune again. So what I'm doing is just literally holding the I mean, you don't have to, of course. If it's out by a cent or two, it won't make much of a difference. So this is the and mess around again with the amplitude. That's all. You can take anything. Loop even. Cool. Let's just take something out. Same trick again. G. Now that sounds like it's looping properly without any extra noise on top. A bit of funky groovy playing on the piano, keyboard rather, that could sound like a pretty decent bass. You know, easy, anything, any sound you can get your hands on. Hit the loop button, hit the snap to disable it, and then select the range by bringing in these two markers on either side. That's it. You can do the same in the mini version as well. Exactly the same. Loop, enable loop, get rid of snap, and then pull and stretch around until those are where you want them. Now, some resources. Well, I did Google a lot. I Googled a lot. And it was really good. I didn't find any. Surprising. However, I did find one thing, and it's been around for a couple of years, and you can use that entirely for literally creating single cycle waveforms. And it is here. Cool. Now, this is a website. I'll share that in the link. I've completely forgotten who's created it. Oh, how silly. This is the main page. It has all the how to use the editor, how to manipulate it in your Electron. Yep. It hasn't been updated for a couple of years, but it works well. And it's by the Sheets of Sound team. So go to the editor. I'll share the link in the comments later, and I'll make a post as well. Now, when you are here, normally you'd be able to press play and you'd be able to hear it. Warning, mega warning, it is loud. It is ear-piercingly loud. I'm not kidding you. See, this is at maximum. That's at the other maximum. And it is loud. So, turn the volume down before you do. Okay. Well, get a single cycle waveform. Hit randomize. Cool, huh? Another one. Random. 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 Now, what you can do is modify it by messing around with all of these things, making it reduce the depth, makes it a bit blocky and stumpy. Smoothing, I like to smooth it. Really changes it all up. Cool smoothing. And loop clean at the end, smooths off the beginning and the end, just to make sure that it'll loop quite well. Not much else to do. Level, boosts it or drops it. Phase, shifts it left to right. Frequency, yeah, frequency size. Better way. It helps thing. The frequency is the number of repeats of that single cycle waveform within that. Okay, anyway, so say for any particular reason we like this, don't reduce the bit depth. It gives some upper harmonics. That will do. Choose file, render sample via server. You can also render a 2-second loop sample as well, just because you might want to. I prefer the sample. So, you don't see the pop-up window. That's just pop up to save it somewhere on my desktop. Samples directory. Oh yeah, the secret super samples directory has a subdirectory in there called single cycle waveform. And say, voila. Own folder, you can't see that. And then the next thing I do in Ableton is drag and drop it onto the simpler window. There it is. See, that is that looks the same, sort of. Well, it does, trust me. Right. How does it sound? Question? Pressing the note D, unit. That's a G, G. Now, oh yeah, there's the volume. Very cool stuff. Effects. And that's that. There's your single cycle waveform. I've gotta practice that another way. Oh well. Right. Okay, so what can you do with this? How can you bring some variation into a single cycle waveform? I mean, they're great, but they just have a singular trick to them. There's not much else you can do. Maybe increase the spread. About it. Mess around with the filter, EQ, and envelope. Don't have to. We can do other things to it. We can really proper mangle it. Now, what happens if you have a single cycle waveform and you have a whole bunch of them, like all kinds of weird and wacky ones? You can copy paste them into by using some kind of sample editor and effectively make your own wavetable. This Wavetables. We can make our own wavetables. Missed a bit. Before I get to that, I remembered some other detail. We don't have to always use simpler. We can also use wavetable. Yeah. I will drag that single cycle waveform into Wavetable. There it is. Yeah. Hit the raw button. Yeah. Hit the raw button. It adds a bit of detail. It makes it. Yeah, that's morphing between the two. It'll morph between the two. I'm the wrong one. But I like Wavetable because you can add unison. Track. Maybe make that a noisy one. Can't do much with movement. Okay, so that is another way you can use it. The waveforms. Going back to the simpler. How to turn a simpler into a really cool, to generate a wavetable out of a single cycle waveform. Simply right click on simpler to sampler. Well, hey, it is now a sampler. Looks exactly the same, but there's more to it. And the bit I'm interested in, to show you, no difference in sound. It inherits everything from simpler, including the position of the filter, the envelope, and so on and so on. Oh, that was nice. I will, and I'll remove the filter. Okay, so removed held amplitude wave ADSR envelope. That's the word. Max out the filter envelope. I'm going to this really cool trick under pitch and oscillator. Now, a sampler has an FM oscillator. Clicky on the oscillator, and it's enabled. It's two types: FM oscillation modulation and AM modulation. Well, let's have a look around the FM. Now listen to this. Okay, how about that for mangling? I think you can see where I'm going with this. And you can make it coarse or fine. And you have all sorts of waveforms to mess around with. So you might recognize these from the ones that you find in Operator. You would. Crazy, huh? Really wacky. Going to pick a low note. I like that one. Now, see these? Where is that note? There it is. C2 I'm playing. This clip is just 2 beats long. That's all. I think that's a good duration to create a wavetable sample. You could easily do it less. You know what? I'm going to do a lot less. Right? Again. Yep. Right. This is now 1 beat. Yeah, doesn't matter. Just make it nice and short. Now what I'm going to do is click on the volume of the FM oscillator and make an automation. So this is your default view in Ableton 11. Click that to enable the modulation, so automation. Click here, bottom left, and then just drag there. Reason for this is I'm going to export it as a sample. Oop. Volume is on it. Okay. Insert audio track space. Change that to resampling. On record. Yep. And that's it. Now I've recorded that sample. Very cool. Trim it off there. Crop sample. Get rid of any warping or whatever. Turn up the volume. Make it as loud as you possibly can. You could clip it, it doesn't matter because that just adds extra noise and character. I think I am just going to do it a little bit. Right click one more time. Crop sample. Then go to Wavetable. Drag and drop that audio file to Wavetable and check that out. Oh yeah, we've got a whole new, we've got our own DIY Wavetable. Want to hear what it sounds like? So do I. Oh, let me remove unison. Rather quiet. Adjust this for you. That's better. Make it raw. Nope, don't like it raw. Get rid of that. Let it be interpolated. Now we can do some sound design with this. Very good. Let's start off by assigning envelope 2 to the oscillator position. And add a bit of LFO to that just for a bit of movement. Oops, too harsh. Nice. Shimmer, I like shimmer. Wow, did you check that out? That is broad. Right click on this and use mid-side. Needs a bit of compression. Sausage fire. Oops. You make your own wavetable out of that. Very cool one. Okay. Another one. I will duplicate that. And then in the filter, no, pitch oscillator, change that to AM. That sounds. Oops, in this one. Interesting. How about a square? The pitch of that. And in here, for a new waveform. That's also set to resampling. Yeah, rather quiet. I don't know why that is. I will have to figure that out later. Remove the warping. Increase the gain. Whack this one out. I think that should. Oh yeah, freeze track. Yeah, that would be better. Wavetable, another one. Right, second example. There it is. Drag that directly onto Wavetable. I don't see it anymore. It's gonna work. Sounds like it did. That's a cool one. I like that wavetable, but for some reason it doesn't appear here. Don't know why. Sounds cool, actually. Cool. Nice. Very nice indeed. So you can mess around with this. Start off with any waveform you like. Go into sampler or simpler. I prefer simpler because it's yeah, it works. Select the ranges, loopy doopy, make it small and tiny, and then convert it to sampler. Go into the filter modulation. No, you don't. You go into the regular modulation. Sorry, pitch oscillation. That's the one. Mess around with the volume. You can mess around with the coarse as well. For instance, triangle. I think FM is a lot more raw, more digital. And AM gives it a bit more. Noise. You can add a whole lot of effects to that as well. Anyway, so that's another sample. Let's try the. Oh, you know what? Let's try go bonkers. Wait. MIDI track. Drag and drop that one. That one. That's a sample we made. And convert. Oh, let's pick the other one. Yeah. Going to reverse. And then convert this to sampler. And there, go to the automation, click, oops. Click on modulation. No, you don't. Pitch oscillator. Enable the oscillator. Let's leave it on. Sure, leave it on sine. Volume. You can change the course as well. Let's put it to 0.5. And volume. Click on the volume. Then go into the clip. And the volume part is already selected here. Otherwise, you're going to have to hunt through menus and menus and menus. Like I'm going to. Oh no. Same thing again. Move the loop. Oh, would help if I actually had a note in there. Hear it. Oh, I think that needs to be looped. Okay. Good. Go into here. Resample that. Do that. Edit it. Drop sample. Open everything. The wavetable. Drag and drop that new created sample. Ah, now it appears the image. Cool. Let's hear what that sounds like. Effects and stuff. Enable position spread. Nah, shimmer. Could do a lot with that. I think this sounds better with shimmer. Add a bit of reverb. I think that's about it. If you have any questions, do let me know. Oh, wait, no, resources. Forgot to say I'll show you some resources. Right, here is the single cycle waveform resource. There is another one called... What? Ah, remember now. Yes. This is awesome. Oh, let me at least share that window. Yes, there it is. Wave Edit Online. It is this is actually created by an editor that you can download called Wave Edit. Available for Mac, Windows and Linux. I am not associated with these people at all, but they do a marvelous bit of kit software actually. Lots of videos on how to use it. It is very complicated, but you can create these gorgeous waveforms from it. Have a look at these. I mean, look, that's just completely whacked out. Absolutely whacked out. you know, this is just a wave of, it's a picture of it. I mean, you could, well, if you're so inclined, print it out on the wall or something. Pretty cool. There are so many wavetables to choose from, and they all work with Ableton's Wavetable. Download the image, download the WAV file, and drag and drop it into Wavetable. Off you go. Create, multiply, do whatever you like. And there are, look at that, 660 wavetables available. And if you read the small print, you can download all of them at once in a zip file. And there are many more added. Every month, every month somebody adds a few more, making some beautiful, weird and wacky sounds and uploads them. And they are totally entirely free because they're part of the Creative Commons 0.1 license. And that means it's dedicated to the public domain, so we can reuse them for whatever we like. But do read the small print. Right, okay, that concludes the dive into wavetables and single cycle waveforms. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very, very sorry for the mess up at the beginning. Yeah, not much I can do. Cut out part. Then if I cut out the beginning part, you're gonna wonder what I'm gonna apologize for. Okay, so I'll cut out the beginning part and I'll just say, yeah, sorry, I messed up the beginning, and I've started all over. Always fix it post, right? With that, bid you a good night and have fun wavetabling and single cycle waveforming, and yeah, share your results in the chat. Good evening. Bye bye.